Padres are thrilled to be back in San Diego. It's game one of a three-game weekend series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. Well, Christian Villanueva back in the Padres lineup, leading the Padres with 10 home runs and 21 RBIs at home this season. He's happy to be home as well. On the other side, Gregory Polanco, last 10 games hitting at .458 with 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. Padres and Pirates in game one. As we welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody, I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, tonight it is Eric Lauer on the mound. Kind of a slow start for him in April and May, but June has gone much better.
You know, we talk about Manuel Margot retooling the swing. Eric Lauer's in the middle of probably retooling his delivery a little bit because Darren Balsley talks about his front side. Let's talk about April and May, though, first. High numbers, and then the June numbers are really, really good. It's that front side that he's been working on, firm front side. When he was soft out in front, not getting the break on the breaking balls, and not having that velocity of the fastballs. Another big thing for Eric Lauer, location of the fastball into the right-handed hitters. When he dots that pitch on the inside part of the plate, it opens up so many avenues for this left-hander. He can go away, he can go soft, he can go up the ladder. A lot of swings and misses up the ladder. Let's see if Eric Lauer can have 3 quality starts in a row tonight against the Buccos.
Well, when the Padres were in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates, they were in first place at the time. The Padres took 3 out of 4 of that game in that series, and as it turns out, since then, the Pirates have really gone south.
The case for the Pirates has been this. When they've had good pitching, they've had no hitting. When they've had good hitting, they've had no pitching. And you know, when you look at the bullpen, they've had their ups and downs. So this team, the Pirates who have some power, they haven't been able to put the ball out of the ballpark. And when a team is struggling, you can't get those 2-3 hits in the inning to really start something. So right now they are slumping. If Eric Lauer's on his game, hopefully good quick innings for the left-hander.
Well, the Padres bullpen has been outstanding. Coming up, the back end of the pen, Yates and Hand have been unhittable, each with different pitches. Andy Heilbrunn checks in with Doug Bachler on his take next from Petco Park.
Taking over the game. Taking over. Yeah, we taking over the game. Take over. Now we taking over the game.
the MLB All-Star Game is coming up, and the Padres have two strong contenders out of the pen, Kirby Yates and Brad Hand. Yates posting a .82 ERA, lowest of all relievers in baseball. Hand tied for the most saves in the National League. So how have they been doing it? Well, they've got two of the nastiest pitches in baseball. Yates with that right-handed splitter and Hand with that left-handed slider, and the two have been a 1-2 punch for the Padres. Here's more from bullpen coach Doug Bockler on what's making these pitches so good.
Well, Kirby's split, I think, is so good just because he's got a little bit of a hop coming out of his hand on his fastball, and the same thing is present on his splitter. Actually watching it during his throwing program one day, Craig Stammen, his catch partner, said, watch this, watch how it comes out of his hand, and it's the exact same. You know, Brad's slider, when it goes, it just keeps going. You know, he's like kind of the Energizer Bunny slider. It's pretty big, but it's also thrown with such aggression. It's thrown just like his fastball. All he's got, here it comes, and then the next thing you know, it turns right for a few feet. So very difficult for a hitter to pick up.
And Bockler calls the two of them an old married couple because they bicker so much, but they bring out the best in one another. Well, coming up, the Padres will be looking for some home cooking. Padres, Pirates, first pitch coming up next on Fox Sports San Diego.
Playing 17 of their last 19 games on the road, the Padres are back home, ready to enjoy the weather and some wins. Lately, Eric Lauer has been comfortable wherever he's pitched, and he's posted a solid 2.28 ERA in his last 5 June starts. While the Padres are back, so too is Pirate starter Joe Musgrove, who grew up in San Diego and is a product of nearby Grossmont High School, who says you can't go home again. Pirates and Padres begins now. Well, welcome back to San Diego, and it's time now for the weather report brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego. 64 degrees, southwest breeze at 5 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy, the forecast for the remainder of the night. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Annie Halbrin with you. Clint Hurdle is with us as well as we check out his Pirates lineup brought to you by Fan Diego. Starling Marte in center field with Josh Bell at first base. Josh Harrison at second base. David Freese at third. Elias Diaz does the catching with Corey Dickerson in left. Gregory Polanco in right. And Jordy Mercer at shortstop. And Joe Musgrove, the pitcher, batting out of the 9th spot. Eric Lauer ready to work. And the first pitch of the ball game in there for strike one to Starling Marte. And Lauer getting his 13th start of the year. Fly ball headed to center. Margot had gone back a step, now comes in a step and makes the catch for out number 1.
Well, the left-hander Eric Lauer on the hill tonight, as Don mentioned, his 13th start. The 23-year-old is learning at the big league level and paying dividends last couple times out. 2 quality starts. Breaking balls been really, really good lately. His cutter / slider curveball and a good fastball command into righties, I think, has really put him over the hump as well the last 2 times out.
1 down for Josh Bell. We'll take a look at ball 1. Bell hitting at .247 coming in. 5 homers and 40 runs batted in. Lauer last pitched on Sunday in San Francisco, allowing 1 run in 6 innings. Eventual 3-2 Padres defeat in 11 innings. That's this one off foul, does Bell. Last 5 starts though for Lauer, 2-1 with a 2.28 ERA. Has faced the Pirates already this year. Back on May 17th in Pittsburgh. Got a no decision. Padres lost that game 5-4.
Well, Eric Lauer really trying to bust Josh Bell inside. He does not want to get him extended. Heavy dose. Here comes another heater in.
Softly lined into center field for a base hit for Josh Bell, a 1-out single.
Defensively behind Eric Lauer in this game 1 against the Pirates. Hopefully the leather is flashing tonight, making some good plays behind the left-hander. Second base, Corey Spangenberg, 10th start this season. Eric Hosmer, the Gold Glover, at first base. Freddie Galvis at short. Christian Villanueva at third. Putting down the signs. The Austin Hedges in the outfield. Myers, Margot, and Jankowski left to right.
1 out. Josh Bell at first base, held on over there by Hosmer. And here is Josh Harrison, the second baseman for the Pirates. Well, last we saw the Pirates, the Padres are winning 3 out of 4 games in Pittsburgh. Ever since then, the Pirates have really gone downhill.
Padres really took it to them in their home digs, huh? PNC Park, 3 out of 4.
Played great baseball there, and it kind of started the string of 5 straight series wins for the Padres.
And you know what, Don? That's what's crazy about this game of baseball. We all know that, because when you look at this lineup for the Pirates, Clint Hurdle fills out the lineup every night and said, you know, we've got the potential of scoring some runs, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but there are times when teams slump. Nothing is working collectively together.
Shallow right center, falling fast. Margot racing in's not going to get there. Heading first to third, or trying to, is Bell. The throw is up the line. Now going to second base and getting there safely. So Harrison to second, Bell to third. Harrison may have hurt himself going in there at second base.
Another ball that looked like a cut fastball in the fists, right? Another ball hit softly to the outfield. Nothing can you do there in this throw. If that throw is on line, there's a good chance that they get Josh Bell at third base. And then the hard slide. That was a hard slide, and that was no intent right there by Josh Harrison. He just went in hard. His foot hit the bag and kind of came up a little bit, and then Freddie Galvis got a little piece of him as well.
So a single for Harrison takes second base on the throw. And it's second and third with 1 out for David Freese. Chance here for the Pirates to do some damage. Freese at .259, 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. We're trying to work his way around an early jam here, and this one will get away. Coming from third base is Bell. No throw, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Harrison will take third base. Pittsburgh strikes first.
I have reason to believe that somebody got crossed up, or Austin Hedges, the way he put down 3, indicating, I'm guessing, breaking ball. That is straight as a string, and I tell you what, wow. That's a four-seam fastball away. He got crossed up there.
Pass ball charged to Hedges, has Harrison at third base, a run in. And David Freese still batting here with a count of 1-0.
I think that's a tough pass ball. I think you have to take into consideration knowing that he got crossed up, right?
Yep.
And as a pitcher, you know what I would say? You know what? I'll take that. I'll wear that one. That's a wild pitch.
Well, the runner at second base, they were going on the second set of signs there, so they have gotten confused on the different signs with the runner at second.
Yeah. And also, you know what? That's a good way for a catcher to get hurt. That ball doesn't catch you cleanly in the glove, and maybe you get, you know, off the thumb or the wrist.
Now Harrison 90 feet away at third base, a run in, one down, and 1-1 to Freese. On the ground right side, Spansberg at the infield end, looks the runner back and throws out Freese for out number 2. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
All right, well, the Pirates are in town. I think that if Eric Lauer has quick outs and some economical innings and keeps the ball in the ballpark, therefore no cannonballs off Lauer. And make a fuss for Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, a local kid, Grossmont High School, El Cajon. Towing the slab tonight. Make it uncomfortable for him.
He's got a 1-0 lead before even taking the hill tonight, and runner at third base, 2 down. Here is Diaz standing in on the right side. First pass ball for Hedges, by the way, since September 25th of last year in Los Angeles against the Dodgers.
Well, if Eric can get out of this with just one, I think he'd be good to go. You don't have this turn into a big inning for Pittsburgh. And I firmly believe it's very frustrating for a pitcher when you give up 2 jam shots for base hits. You got to forget that and make some good pitches.
Fly ball headed towards right center field. Margot on his horse over towards right center, and he will give up as Jankowski steps in front and makes the catch. A run for the Pirates on top 1-0. Brought to you by Jack in the Box, the season Padres home run score. Free Jumbo Jacks only at Jack in the Box. By Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Get to America's best sales event at Nissan for big savings today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Well, the Pirates score first, jump on top 1-0 with a run in the first inning. And the Padres coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Travis Jankowski to lead it off against Joe Musgrove, getting the start tonight for Pittsburgh. In there for strike one. And Travis beginning the night hitting at .285 with a home run, 7 runs batted in. And in the grass at third is David Freese. Center fielder Starling Marte over towards left center. 1-2. Featuring a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that time. One hopper out to the shortstop. Jordy Mercer fires to first in time to get Jankowski. Let's check out the Padres starting 9 tonight, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Travis Jankowski just led it off. He's in right field with Manuel Margot in center. Eric Hosmer at first base. Will Myers in left. Corey Spangenberg at second, with Christian Villanueva at third. Freddie Galvis at shortstop. Austin Hedges does the catching. And Eric Lauer on the mound, bats out of the 9 spot. So Jankowski leading off tonight. Margot bats second. And stands in on the right side and chop this one slowly to third. Freese will fire to first in time. 2 down.
Take a look at the Pirate defense behind Joe Musgrove. It's brought to you by Cadillac. Diaz, 6 errors, tied for first among catchers in the National League. He's putting down the signs for Joe Musgrove. At first base, Josh Bell. Second base, Josh Harrison. Shortstop, Jordy Mercer. David Freese at third base. In the outfield, left to right, Corey Dickerson, Starling Marte, and Gregory Polanco in right.
2 down for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer at .272, 9 homers, and 36 runs batted in. It's on the ground by the mound up the middle. Harrison to the backhand in the air. His throw in time. Nice play. Josh Harrison showing off some range. Great play back up the middle. A 7-pitch inning for Joe Musgrove, and some good defense behind him. Josh Harrison. Very good play right up the middle. Takes a base hit away and gets a good throw off as well. 1-0 Pirates after 1. One to nothing. Pirates have the lead over the Padres. We head to the top of the second inning. Corey Dickerson leading it off here now for Pittsburgh. And Swing and a miss for strike one. And Lauer getting through that first inning, giving up the 1 run. Deals with 6, 7, and 8 for the Pirates here in the second inning. Kind of jammed him, and it's flipped foul off to the left out of play. Well, this month has been a slow month slugging percentage wise for Dickerson. Started off pretty well in March and April. Dipping in May and certainly in June. Comes in hitting at .301, 5 homers and 32 runs batted in.
I know there were a lot of people excited when Dickerson was acquired from the Rays. I mean, good left-handed bat. He's got some pop, but how the word travels quickly and how pitchers pitch to him to eliminate him, to put up those power numbers. Good idea, the strike zone. You can see he chokes up quite a bit there so he can have good bat control.
To left field, Myers going back a few steps, and he'll make the catch. That one kind of slicing on him for the first out of the inning. Let's check in with Annie.
Yeah, you know, guys, I talked to Eric Lauer after his last start in San Francisco, and he said that he's feeling a lot more confident on the mound. He said he's feeling like his old self again, and part of that is going back to the pitch mix that worked for him in the minors and trusting that it's going to work for him also at the major league level. And Austin Hedges added to that, saying that they're starting to use both sides of the plate more instead of just one side of the plate. And you've certainly seen it. His ERA is 2.28 in 5 starts in the month of June. That's 5 points lower than in his first 7 starts. So Hedges also added that he's learning who he is as a pitcher as far as whether he's going to pitch to a hitter's weakness or use his own strengths. And Mudd, I'm sure you can add to this. Lauer seems to be someone who's learning to trust his own strengths more instead of leaning so heavily on those scouting reports, and also making that mechanical adjustment like you talked about earlier.
Thank you, Annie. Good report there, and you're absolutely right. I'm a firm believer of sticking to your strengths until a major league hitter can take your strengths and then do some damage with it. Then that's where the adjustment goes, to find the hitter's weakness.
They're going against the shift here with a bunt. Here's Polanco. Padres were shifting on, so he just bunts it down the third base line for a bunt base hit.
Well, there are a lot of hitters out there who are stubborn and they try to beat that shift, but Polanco's thinking, hey, you know what? Bottom of the order, if they're going to give it to me, why not? Let's see if Jordy Mercer can do something. Hey, hits are hard to come by at this level, right? If they're going to give you one, if you can control the bat like that, why not?
Looks like a line drive in the box score. 1 out, 1 on, and Jordy Mercer, the batter. You don't get that stuff everywhere, you know.
No, that's good stuff.
Original
Only
thought.
here on Fox Sports San Diego. What was that line again?
It looks like a line drive in the box score. Jordy Mercer at 252. 4 home runs and 25 runs batted in.
Annie also mentioned something that is evident, and I've noticed, and Don, I know you brought it up to me because you have the keen eye. Eric Lauer going to that glove side to righties in rather than going righties away, away, away. And when you can pinpoint that pitch, man, I'm telling you, it opens so many more doors for you. You can locate the fastball other places. You can throw a cutter. You can throw a curveball. If you make that hitter aware of that, man, you just open up the outside part of the plate.
Interesting that he is reverting to going back to some of the things he did in the minor leagues that were successful for him to do, now trying it here at the major league level.
You know what some guys think, and it's not everybody, but some guys think, oh my gosh, I mentioned the big leagues, I got to change things up now. No. Pitch how you did in the minors and what got you here, how it got you here.
I wonder if you would pitch with more conviction if you were going along those lines in your own philosophy, perhaps.
Absolutely. Yep. I think it shows too. To me, when a guy nibbles, he's not pitching with conviction.
1-2 pitch coming up here to Jordy Mercer. He'll foul it off. Hangs at 1 and 2.
That's a great pitch. That's an 88-mile-an-hour cutter in on the fist that a hitter has to swing at and offer at, because you know what? If you throw that four-seamer in there for a called strike, believe me, you see that same area with little cut, you better protect. You got to swing at it.
They're coming back in again here in a 1-2 pitch. Next pitch will be the 30th of the night for Lauer through an inning into third. Works here with Polanco at first base. One down in the second inning. Pirates got a run in the first on top 1-0.
Oh. Hey, credit Austin Hedges for that catch there. I mean, that was nowhere near the target where he wanted to throw. He just expects something down and in, and then he has to react up and away.
That's full extension right there.
Yep, and keeping that runner at first base, keeping the double play in order.
Throw over, and he will be picked off. Oh, they're going to charge him with a balk.
And why? I want to know why that's a balk.
Angel Hernandez, the home plate umpire, is not allowed to argue a balk as Andy Green. And Angel Hernandez letting him know he can't come out. And he's about to be tossed.
There is nothing wrong with that move. From a home plate umpire standpoint, there is nothing. How can a home plate umpire call that balk when the first base umpire's got a great view of the left-handed move? Eric Lauer just got penalized for having one of the best moves in all of Major League Baseball, and it's a shame.
Bill Miller, the first base umpire and crew chief, did not make the call. Home plate umpire Angel Hernandez did. So instead of a pickoff, a runner at second now. And a swing and a miss for Mercer, who strikes out. First strikeout for Lauer, 2 down.
Okay, now, I don't know what the conversation was between Angel Hernandez and Andy Green, but Angel Hernandez pointed to his knee. He lifted his knee and kind of patted his knee. Watch his knee. He does absolutely nothing wrong. He does nothing wrong. And then Angel Hernandez, no, something about the leg. Really? That's a legitimate pickoff move from Eric Lauer. He didn't break the plane with the kick foot. He stepped within the 45 degrees.
Polanco at second base due to the balk, 2 down, and Joe Musgrove. Musgrove, who is 2 for 9 on the year. Batting for the first time tonight. Sounded like a broken bat. Goes by the mound. Galvis, the shortstop, fires to first, and it is just in time. So Polanco will get left at second base after the controversial balk. 1-0 Pirates.
I'm trying to stay away from my phone as much as I can. I mean, I've gotten hundreds of messages already about people coming out to watch the game and stuff and how excited they are. So it's cool and it's encouraging, and it's nice to have the support and have the crowd behind me. But at the same time, I think that all can play into adding up, extra pressure and adding more hype into the game than you need to. So I'm trying to treat it just like another start and kind of ignore the fact that I'm in my home setting and that I have a bunch of people I know watching me, and trying to eliminate any extra pressure added on.
Pretty good way to look at it. Really going into this start for him. Going to be a lot of extra pressure. He's trying to keep the noise out for the most part. And, of course, some great ties for some of these Pirates coming back to San Diego.
This is great for all three of these kids. Family members, moms and dads, friends, neighbors, people who were probably influential in their upbringing in Little League. And quite personally, from a personal note, I've known Joe since he was even before in high school. His mom and dad, Mark Musgrove and Diane Musgrove, are very dear friends of mine. And there's a reason why Joe Musgrove is such a good egg, is because his mom and dad are just absolutely super people. You don't get much better. And the upbringing that he had, and he's a good people person. He gives back in the community. It's just a great story. It's good to see him having the success at the big league level. All three of them, in fact.
Will Myers leading it off here in the second inning. Pirates have a 1-0 advantage. Myers at 254 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. And his first start here at Petco Park since April the 28th. Returning to the Padres after the oblique injury on the road. And the team was in San Francisco, the last road trip. Check swing, Gerbler. He doesn't know where it is. It's behind him and foul. Couldn't find it. Knew he hit it, just didn't know where it went.
Quite honestly, from up here, I couldn't find it either. Maybe I was screened by the catcher. Half swing on the slider, and it's in back of him, as you mentioned, Don. And then, yeah.
Kind of freaked out Diaz because he thought, well, Will's running. It must be in front of me. It wasn't. On the ground, and a base hit through the right side for Will Myers. First hit of the night for the Padres. Myers on to begin the second inning.
Now that's good old-fashioned hitting right there by Will Myers. Trying not to pull Joe Musgrove, as this four-seam fastball, maybe a little bit of a cutter. They got some cut action on that four-seamer. Going down, getting it, hitting the top half, and just spanking it through the right side. Shortening up on that follow-through. And there goes the no-hitter.
So lead runner on here in the second inning brings up Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg at 230 to start the night. 6 homers and 16 runs batted in. There goes Myers, and the pitch is a strike. Throw down there, and Myers will be safe at second base. Stolen base for Myers into scoring position with nobody out here in the second inning.
Padres being aggressive right out of the gate. First base runner, base knock, first stolen base. And Will Myers, yeah, don't let his size fool you. He can steal the bag. Good jump. 20 stolen bases last year, 28 in 2016.
So now Will's in scoring position with nobody out. The 1 coming to Spangenberg, and he's dropping a bunt down the first base line. Musgrove will throw him out at first base, but to third goes Myers.
Talk about having to make a quick adjustment for Corey Spangenberg. He squares, and now it's coming right at your top hand. Oh boy, he's lucky he gets that bat out of the way, or his hand out of the way rather. He gets the bat above his hand. Oof, that could have been nasty.
Sacrifice credited to Spangenberg. He gets Myers over to third base, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. 230, 16 home runs, 38 runs batted in. And a pop-up, shallow right field. Back goes Bell, the first baseman. Now it's Harrison. Makes the catch with his back to the plate and guns it back in. Myers will not try it and remains at third base.
The 2018 Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot is open and exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Padres are represented on this year's squad by voting at Padres.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game, presented by MasterCard, July 17th, live on Fox.
So 2 down in the second inning. Myers at third base, and it brings up Freddie Galvis. Galvis at 242, 4 homers and 28 runs batted in. Nice runners in scoring position average with 2 outs. 278 for the San Diego Padres. Major league average is 226. Galvis in the previous series in Texas, hitting a 364 against the Rangers. Had a very good series against the Pirates earlier this year, going 5 for 13, hitting a 313 in that series at PNC Park. And ahead of the countdown, 3-0. Austin Hedges waiting on deck as the Padres bat here in the home half of the second inning. There's at third, led off with a single. That is ball 4, and Galvis down to first base. A 2-out base on balls. First and third now, 2 down, and Austin Hedges coming up. .76, 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. .28th game that Hedges has been in, fresh off the DL for the Padres.
Hey, check out 80s Night. Jack Tripper, a.k.a. Austin Hedges, with Susie and Chrissy. Three's Company. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
Mr. Roper.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, he did, says Bill Miller. And Hedges down 0-2. He didn't think so.
Oh, yeah, he went. Absolutely. Well, remember Will Myers, he went down and got a fastball, sliderish, down and away, and he spanked it through that right side. Big hole, huge hole on that right side for Austin. Oh,
wow. Pretty good pitch.
He got squeezed big time. That was a really good pitch. That's a legitimate strike.
For first, and back to the bag is Galvis. Myers at third base, Freddie Galvis at first base. 2 down here in the second inning. Padres trailing 1-0. Another check, and Galvis back to the bag.
Joe Musgrove's got the good pitcher's frame too. 6'5", 260, and he is put together.
Swing and a miss, and Hedges strikes out. He gets tagged out as well. That's the first strikeout for Musgrove. Done with 2, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Let's talk about the cutter from Eric Lauer, the increased usage. This is a big-time pitch for him. The fastball in is a really good pitch, but when you add a little bit of movement with that cutter, gets in on the righties, down and away to the lefties. What does it do? It avoids the sweet spot. If you can avoid that sweet spot by maybe 2 or 3 inches, it's the difference between a hard-hit baseball or a weak ground ball or a fly ball. And Eric Lauer has been doing that recently, and he's been getting great results.
Eric Lauer working to Starling Marte, top of the order for the Pirates. Marte flying out to center field in the first inning, 0 for 1.
Talked about the usage of the cutter, 24.3%. The last 3 starts up 37.3%.
Marte leads it off. Bell and then Harrison expected in the inning. There's a grounder up the middle and into center field. A base hit for Starling Marte to begin things here in the 3rd inning. It was great to have with us Randy Jones.
Gentlemen,
RJ, how are you?
What's up, left-hander?
Guys, good to see you.
Cy Young Award winner,
Welcome
1976.
Good to be on.
Man.
Started the All-Star game in 76.
Yes, I did. What a thrill that was.
2-time All-Star?
2 times. 75, I got the save. I pitched the 9th
That's
and
right.
the first 3 of the next year.
Very nice.
So
How
4
you
innings.
been, my friend?
I've been great.
Good.
You're doing well.
How's your attitude?
You know, about as good as your personality. You know?
Oh, you're not doing well?
I love it. I love it. That's great stuff.
It's good to see a left-hander.
Yeah, it's good, good. Just got a little announcement. I love to,
Yeah.
you know, the Padres bringing back the fantasy camp for a lot of our Padre fans.
That's nice.
I'm excited about this.
That's outstanding.
Yeah,
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, January 20th to the 26th of next year in Peoria.
Well, how did this all come about, RJ?
Well, I got with you know, Tom Seidler, and we were talking about doing some different things with the alumni, and so all of a sudden we started talking about the fantasy camp. Haven't done one in probably 20 years, and said everybody, all the other teams are doing them. So, you know, got with Kevin Ward and started talking about some ideas and some other guys, and you know what a great thing an idea would be. And so we started putting it together, and we got all the numbers together. So, hey, we're ready to go. We're getting signups right now and taking deposits.
How do fans sign up to go to fantasy camp?
Hey, they just got to go Padres.com, you know, /fantasy camp. Get all the information. You can sign up right there. You give you it all there. It's probably $4,500 for the week. And that's 5 days, 6 nights. That's all accommodations, your own Padre uniform, your name on the back, all the bells and whistles in the clubhouse with us.
That's great.
Mark Grant, Kara Hoffman, myself, Gary Templeton, Kevin Ward, Brian Giles. Got a bunch of the guys coming back, and it's, you know, it'll be just like you're going to spring training.
You're a big leaguer for a week.
That's right. Awesome. You really are.
And you know what? If you go, you better have some tough skin too, right? Some
yeah.
thick skin.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be some barbs being thrown.
Oh, they'll have no mercy.
We're going to be having some fun in the clubhouse. And it's open game.
Well, I can see some kangaroo court going on.
Sure.
Nice.
You know,
are you going to be the judge? And then
I'd be happy to be the judge, since I'm probably the veteran of the group.
Senior member of the group?
Well, that's a good word, senior member. Yes, thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited about it.
Now, what do you think about this? I say we get Don Diego, get him on a plane.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
And head over there for 2 or 3 days.
How about making him the judge? Can we do that?
Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw down is going to skip into center field. So Marte just keeps on going to third base. It'll be a stolen base and an E2. And another run potentially 90 feet away. I understand Tony Gwynn Jr. is going to be part of it too. Mark Sweeney.
Yes.
Mark Loretta. Some great names on here.
Good name. And a few surprises. I know everybody get their own uniform, like home and away, and the pants and the undershirt. I mean, the whole 9 yards. You get your own locker in the Padre clubhouse, and hey, we're doing it just like in big league camp.
So do you play a game every day, or
well, the first day will be tryouts, so we'll do the draft, and then a game every single day after that.
Okay.
And we'll probably wrap it up with a game against the alumni.
This one is a fair ball, chopped up over the head of Villanueva. Over to play it is Myers. Run will score. Bell to second base, in there with a slide, and the Pirates take a 2-0 advantage. Just chopped over the head of Villanueva at third base that time for another Pittsburgh run.
Some hard ground.
Yeah, that's when. And RJ, you could talk to this. Talk about being the sinker. But did you throw a cutter?
No.
Okay, you threw a slider though, right?
That slider.
Working down in the zone. Here's my point.
Exactly.
So when you get that sinker and that slider, that's one of the things that goes with the territory. Those little choppers over the infielders' heads, right? You live and die with those, right?
Not the way we watered it down. You know.
Elaborate on that.
Well, no, we'd have the ground crew would water it down right in front, so no choppers are getting anybody over anybody's head. You know, sometimes they water it too much, and I was getting too many of them.
So you were in the ear of the grounds crew guy.
You bet.
What about on the road? You played on a lot of turf fields.
Yeah, a lot of turf fields, but in that way, you didn't really pitch differently, Mark, but that double play ball just got the shortstop a lot faster.
Yeah.
It really did, and that's the way I kind of approached that turf idea. You know, you got some awkward plays, you know, when you're playing on turf, but, you know, overall, I don't think it really made that big of a difference.
Josh Harrison batting here with nobody out in the third inning.
Randy, talk about, especially for young pitchers, because we're always taught, you know, work hard, throw hard. I think it's quite the contrary. Your career was evident of that, because you were the type of guy who would maybe try a little easier, right?
Oh, yes.
When you were in trouble.
I would take advantage of his aggressiveness, or the adrenaline of the hitter, and I'd take a little more off. You know, when and out, less was better for me, because I knew I was going to get that ground ball. And, you know, with the movement, I couldn't throw the ball straight, number one. Didn't even know how. You know, I mean, guys wouldn't even play catch with me before the game because I couldn't throw it straight. They get mad at me. And so I get about 25 throws in, they throw the ball, and I go, I'm not playing with you anymore. You know, I have to go find somebody else, you know. But I think overall it was just command. I had just great control and command, and I had confidence to hit the spots that I knew I could at different speeds. You know, there'd be sometimes, I'd be my wind-up, but I'd have a grin on my face because this guy didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Nobody can wait on a 75-mile-an-hour fastball. Nobody can wait that long.
My favorite story, one of my favorite stories about you is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, tell about what Pete Rose did against you, because he was a switch hitter.
Yeah, well, he couldn't hit me right-handed, so one day he said he's going to go left-handed against me. You know, start the game. And I said, "You sure you want to do this, Pete?" And he looked at me, just pitch. Okay. So I threw him 3 sliders on the outside corner, you know, struck him out, and never even moved the bat and punched him out. You know, he just walked back, and I looked over there, and there was Sparky and Johnny Bench and Morgan were laughing at him all the way back. And it was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it.
You know what's great about the fantasy camps, RJ and Don, you know this because you've experienced. Guys become friends, lifetime friends.
I mean, they do that. It's amazing that week and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Like some of the guys 20 years ago, I'll still run into here at the ballpark, and it's great.
The liner into right field. Bell is going to be stopped at third base, as Harrison has his second hit of the night, 2 for 2. And there is a banquet at the end too, right?
Yes, we'll have a big banquet. You know, there's probably some surprise gifts for all the, you know, all the guys, all the campers will have some things like that. And there are some military discounts and season ticket holder discounts. So, right now we're just taking reservations and maybe a little deposit. But as we get closer and, start getting the uniforms all together, and it's going to be a great time. There's great stories, and like you said, you make friends for the rest of your life. The camaraderie is really a lot of fun.
Back in the day, I did Giants fantasy camps for like 10 years. And there are still guys, this is back in the 90s.
Yep.
And there are still guys today I keep in touch with around the country that flew in to Arizona for the week, and they live on the East Coast. And it's...
Well, especially like a father, son, or that type of thing.
Yeah.
The minimum age 25 years old and older. You got to be at least 25. But I think overall, they got to be great. Maybe bring your dad out, and hey, just have a great time. It's going to be a great experience. And trust me, some of the guys, they're going to make great friends with some of the trainers we'll have out there. 'Cause they're going to get hurt the first couple of days, and they're going to be in the training room a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Dave Haverlow.
Yes.
Tuna.
Uh-huh.
He pitched for the Giants in the A's. He was our kangaroo court judge, and he led all the activities. The first words out of his mouth in camp when we were over there with the Giants, he said, "Guys, listen very closely. There are no major league scouts in the stands with contracts in their pockets. Okay, you are not going to get signed out of this fantasy camp."
You know what? And I will never forget. Our first game, the camp, and it was like 20 years ago. Very first hitter, like a swinging bunt. He comes flying out of the box, a right-handed hitter. He didn't take 4 steps and went flat down, hamstring, right? Just pulled his hammy, and so I'm over. Drag him off, get him out of the. You can't be the first guy up and do that, And then we got the stretcher out and trying to drag the guy off so we can play the game. Oh, it was hilarious. Couldn't believe it.
Are you going to be in the Major League Clubhouse in
Yes.
Peoria too?
Major League Clubhouse,
really
the
cool.
whole 9 yards.
That's
TVs, all our meals we're going to have right there. The breakfast and lunch we're going to have in the cafeteria there. Great meals. I love that part. And then later on, there's a few little establishments maybe right around, the complex where we're going to have some
social sparklers.
Oh, you mean the Moon? Yeah, we might go to the Moon.
Yeah.
Little
Nice.
bar. Might have a few beers there until a few war
That could
stories.
be our headquarters.
Yeah, well, yeah, could be camp headquarters. Good call, bud. I like that.
So the hotels will be right around there too. Right?
Yeah, very, very close. Walking
Okay.
distance.
Yeah. RJ and I were roommates this spring.
Really?
Yeah, at our hotel.
Come on.
I didn't know he had a chef jacket and everything. He's cooking. He was cooking in his room, man. I don't want to say anything.
Well, spring training, yeah, it was great.
Save that meal money, man.
Yeah, I never went outside.
Are you kidding me?
The games, that was it.
He probably had to come home with $800.
3 strikes out. It's the second strikeout for Lauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did pretty well in the spring training setup.
See? I mean, he's having cereal in the morning.
Next time you'll have to come over.
You've never invited me.
See RJ and I. Come on over.
Yeah, really?
Not once.
That's not true.
That's true. I would have probably seen you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You would have seen him. You didn't see him, did you?
I didn't see him at all.
I guess we didn't invite him.
I do have a question about fantasy camp. It's wood bats, right?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's a real big league.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No aluminum.
Other stuff available. I mean, can't give everything away, but exotic and batting gloves and stuff we're going to try to get, and all, everything for the guys.
Unable to get Harrison at second base, and a run scores. Bell comes in with a third Pirates run. Trying to go glove to glove there from Galvis to Spangenberg, and Spangenberg came off the bag.
Yeah, I don't think Freddie had any other choice. His momentum's going towards center field, and Corey, you know what? He had the ball in the glove. I don't know if this is one that Mark McGuire will talk back. Let's see. Now, what do you guys think?
Nope.
Foot off the bag?
Off the bag.
Yeah, didn't get there. Padres are not going to challenge. So first and second now. Pirates have a 3-0 advantage. It brings up Corey Dickerson. So now the guys that have come in, are some managing, or are they all playing? All these guys?
Well, a lot of the alumni guys, some will be able to play, and there's some of us veterans that'll be managing.
Okay.
Yeah, but what we want is I want a couple of alumni for every team, and I want to have as many teams as we can, depending on how many signups we have.
Right.
But if we can get 50, 60, 70 guys, hey, then I'm going to get 2 alumni guys come in. I'm going to try to get one Hall of Famer. Trying to get Gaylord Perry to come out for a day.
Very nice.
Love to see Gaylord. He's got some great stories. And You know, even Goose Gossage, you're one of the guys. And that might be over. There's a lot of fantasy camps going on. I can see down the road, probably by next year, we'll be playing other teams.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I can see the Padres fantasy campers playing the Dodger fantasy campers. You know, we'll give them the real experience, Mud. We'll get them in the bus. We'll bus over there.
I know the Giants have one, the Cubs have one, the Dodgers have one.
Angels have one.
And they're all in Arizona?
That's
Diamondbacks
right.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this could work out then really well.
Oh, yeah. That way they can start knocking guys down.
Get ugly.
Is there a camper game against the alumni at the last day of camp?
I'm sure we're good. Yeah, that's in the plans.
Yeah, that's always a good deal too.
That's a lot of
You
fun.
get to play against the campers, all the alumni.
Can you see him back on the mound? Mark Green.
I would pay to see that. This one is fouled off the left out of play.
Would you really?
Yeah, we have to get him into a uniform somehow.
I want him in the box.
He wants to hit me.
He wants to hit you.
He wants to hit me right
No.
in the ribs. That's where he wants to hit me.
No, I just want it in the back of his mind.
That it
I'm
could
gonna
happen.
hit him.
Oh, I'm already thinking about
You know,
it.
he'd
That's why
hit you anyway.
I know he. He's not a good guy. A lot of people think
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
Only on the
He's
air.
not.
Only on the air, man.
He's not. You know him in person. Total phony. Ball and 2 strikes.
You guys ought to throw each other under the bus every once in a while.
Oh,
wouldn't you?
absolutely. A couple times a night. I like it.
And that's what it's like at fantasy camp
That's right.
in the clubhouse.
Good call. That is.
And this is in January again, right? Want to make
That's
sure I
it.
get the right
Yeah, they-
dates.
20th to the 26th.
Okay.
And we'll have your rooms and everything ready to rock and roll. Your uniform. You
That's
walk in
awesome.
walk in the clubhouse. You see your jersey up there with your name on it. Ready to go.
Now we're trying to work his way out of a jam here in this inning. And elevates. Look at the strikeout Dickerson. That's the 3rd K for Lauer. Needed that. 2 down.
More and more we see guys going up and out of the zone with that fastball, and hitters their eyes are lighting up. And Corey Dickerson cannot get on top of that one. And it's 92, right? You don't have to be 96, 97 to have that be an effective pitch. Way behind on that one. Very late.
2 on, 2 down. And Gregory Polanco coming up here for the Pirates. We got a run in the first. So far 2 here in the 3rd. This team's been on the road a ton, huh? We haven't seen very much you, RJ.
I have never seen it like this. Guys.
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you. I mean, I missed you guys. You guys have been gone so long, I miss everybody. I mean, I'm home too much. I mean, my wife's looking at me funny. What are you doing here all the time? I understand. Yeah. Gosh.
Only here for 3 days this time and back out again.
I've been around the game a lot of years. I've never seen travel like this
I never have
for a
either.
team. I never have.
60th pitch for Lauer. And a swing and a miss. Jumps ahead here 0-2. Pirates have scored twice in the inning. They have 2 men on with 2 down, but Lauer's jumped ahead here 0-2. Polanco, 7th member of the Pirates to bat here in the 3rd inning.
Don't have to throw him a strike here. He can go out of the zone and get that strikeout, just like he did to Dickerson.
Trying to get him to chase the fastball up at 93.
Did you throw a changeup as well, RJ?
Well, I would just vary the speeds of the sinker.
Oh, okay.
You know, from 85 to 70.
Sure.
And I would just kind of.
You topped out at 85?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. And it was pretty straight there, so you never saw it very much. I didn't move much. 85.
Fly ball foul off to the left out of play. Are you going to be pitching in fantasy camp or no?
Negative. No.
I saw you
I've
pitch
been-
in a softball game last year that I played in.
Well, yeah.
You did
And
great.
I got grilled. Yeah.
Yeah, you get drilled in the side.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
And I am coachable. I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to get hurt.
that's it.
You know, that's it. And I just had a little lower spine surgery, and he says, "Would you do me?" He said, "Do me a favor. Do not pick up a baseball and throw it." I said, "Okay."
1-2 pitch coming up here to Polanco. 30th pitch of the inning. That's up top.
Randy, you know as well as anybody, 30 pitches in an inning, that's a heavy workload. No
Yes.
breather in between. You know, it's different. 15 rest, 15 the next inning. But you go out there for 30 straight, that is taxing.
And max effort, when you're trying to, basically throw these fastballs as hard as you can. I mean, we're not leaving anything in the tank, honestly. And that is taxing. And, you're already giving up 6 hits and 3 runs, but the 6 hits means your location's off. So you're leaving too many, pitches over the middle of the plate.
Fouled again off the left out of play. There've been men on base the entire inning for him, too. I'll get you that information again for fantasy camp coming up. Your chance to be a major leaguer this January. Learn the fundamentals from your favorite Padres alumni. And all you got to do is go to www.padres.com/fantasycamp. That'll be at the Peoria Sports Complex where the Padres spring training home is. And the Major League clubhouse around major leaguers.
Love to fill that up, have a great time. I mean, even all the alumni, it's just a great week of baseball.
2-2 pitch coming up here to Polanco again. And a liner into right field. That's going to get down and be trouble back to the track in the wall. Harrison will score from second base. Trying to score from first is Diaz. Throw will go to third, and out at third base is going to be Polanco. The second run counts there. And we'll see here if they're going to challenge as Hurdle at the top step of the dugout. Polanco thought he beat it out. First look, I thought he might have beat it out too. We'll see.
I'm right there with you.
I don't know.
Boy, it's close.
Tough to tell. And the call on the field is out. Maybe tough to overturn. And they're not going to challenge. So that'll end the inning. RJ, so great to see you.
Hey,
Look forward
thanks,
to
guys.
fantasy
Appreciate it. Fantasy camp.
RJ, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, earlier today, Mission Fed donated $3,000 and provided tickets for tonight's game to Freedom Dogs. Mission Fed donates around $1.5 million a year to local charities. And we thank them for all they do. Last of the third inning, 5-0. Pirates on top. Got a run in the first, 4 in the third inning. Eric Lauer leading it off here for San Diego.
Got some catch up to do, Donnie.
Some work to do.
Yep.
We're 2 for 15 at the plate this year in his first major league season. High strike call. And it's 1-2. Musgrove now with a 5-run lead with which to work.
You know, it's amazing how guys' careers pan out. And Joe Musgrove has had a nice short career up to this point.
One out in the 3rd inning. It's time for the Kia drive to success. Highest ERA in June since 2017. 8.64 for Musgrove.
The first few, he started the year on the DL, and then his first couple starts, 2-3 starts for the Pirates were really, really good. Hitting his spots with regularity. In fact, the word on the street from Bob Walken, the Pirate announcer, was that the catcher wasn't even moving his glove. Last 3, kind of missing in the zone, wild in the zone. So the stuff is there. He's got good movement on his pitches. It's just all about hitting the spots. But Joe was the #1 pick by the Blue Jays back in the day. He got traded to the Astros. And this is when the Astros were losing 100 games. I got a call from his dad. He said, "Mark, what do you think about this?" I said, "Hey, it's a great opportunity for Joe because they needed pitching." And what do you know? Time goes on. Joe's pitching in a World Series and winning a World Series ring last year with the Houston Astros.
Total of 38 appearances, 15 total starts for him last year. 7-8, 4.77 ERA in Houston. It's his 2nd year in the big leagues with the Astros. First year here with the Pirates. And he misses into Jankowski.
He was involved in that Garrett Cole deal that sent Garrett Cole to the Astros. So,
and he's been really good.
Yeah.
Saw him earlier this year, faced the Padres.
And it's not that the Astros didn't want Joe Musgrove. I remember talking to A.J. Hinch. He was very high on Joe Musgrove. He loved the kid. Loved him as a person, loved him as a pitcher. But, you know, in order to get a pitcher like a Garrett Cole, you've got to give up some talent as well.
And along with pitcher Michael Feliz, infielder Colin Moran, outfielder Jason Martin in the deal for Garrett Cole. That is ball 4, and Jankowski heads down to first base with 1 down here in the 3rd inning. We're talking about Musgrove being a product of Grossmont High School. There's some great pictures in his playing days. Grossmont High School.
Oh, wearing the eye black. Here's with Stephen Brault wearing the Letterman's jacket. Joe played some football as well at Grossmont.
What position do you know?
I think he was a lineman.
Pretty big kid.
Yes, he is.
And 1 out, runner at first, and Manuel Margot 0 for 1. Yes, he'll take strike 1. Down to 3rd baseman David Freese in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Throw over and back to the bag is Jankowski. Held on over there by Josh Bell. I hope fans will sign up for fantasy camp. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a blast. Great facility.
Just spending time with RJ to me is a lot of fun. I would pay for that.
That's worth the price of admission just there.
You're the best time during spring training.
And you know what else is nice is because it's in January, it kind of gives you the booster shot, just getting ready for spring training, real spring training started. So it gives you the baseball bug.
One. Check swing. Did he go? No. We'll check with Bill Miller, first base umpire.
I got another story about Joe Musgrove. One of those pictures we showed him pitching at Grossmont. He's wearing a Nike glove. I don't know if the guys in the truck can bring that up, maybe. But This was years ago when Chris Young was with the Padres. And I stopped by the Musgroves Coffee Shop in Alpine.
This one jolted to center field. Marte will have room, though, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
So I stopped by the coffee shop, and Diane, Joe's mom, says, "Hey, you know what? Joey really likes to use big gloves. Do you know where I can like buy one and kind of, see? Because you see that glove right there? It's like a bigger than a regular pitcher's glove." I said, "Well, let me just do some checking." So I go in the Padre clubhouse. This is when Chris Young was here, and I said, "Hey, Chris, where do you get your gloves? Because I know you are, you like to use a big glove." He reaches into his locker, plastic bag, brand new Nike glove. He gives it to me. He goes, "Give this to Joe."
Wow.
So Joe uses the glove. Joe eventually makes it to the big leagues. So fast forward now, this spring training, I see Chris Young. He came as a non-roster.
Yep.
First words out of CY's mouth, I said, "Hey, CY, welcome back." He goes, "Hey, Mud, how about Joe Musgrove?" It's a great story, isn't it?
That's awesome.
A big leaguer taking care of a kid who wants to be a big leaguer, and I'm sure that Joe Musgrove will do the same someday.
Pay it forward.
Yep.
Eric Hosmer batting with Jankowski at first base. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Sorry, is his parents still in Alpine?
They actually live in El Cajon, but they have a shop in Alpine.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Bonner starts and stops, and a bobble there by Diaz. Jankowski was going to take off, threw the brakes on.
This is where you need multiple base runners and an extra base hit to try to get to the Pirates here. At least get on the board, trailing by 5. We'll try to hit the home run, try to extra base hit him here, get multiple base runners.
Changed up on him, and Hosmer down on the count, 1-2. Lauer struck out to begin the inning. Jankowski walked. Margot flied out to center. Now Eric Hosmer down on the count, 1-2. Hitting at .294 this season against right-handers. Runner goes. Hosmer swings and lines it into left field. Jankowski just keeps on going to third, gets there standing. On the single by Hosmer, it's 1st and 3rd with 2 down.
That's waving the magic wand right there. We know that Eric Hosmer's strength is taking the ball the opposite way. A little cut fastball, outer third, head down. Hands first, barrel follows. And with the speed of Travis Jankowski going, no chance of throwing him out, especially up by 5. And with 2 outs.
1st and 3rd, 2 down, and it brings up Will Myers. Myers singled to right field in the 2nd inning, stole second. Got to 3rd on a sacrifice bunt. The Padres ended up stranding a pair in that inning. Now they have 1st and 3rd with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. So they've had their chances, but have not been able to score yet in this game. Strike 1. Musgrove coming in with a record of 2-3, 4.59 earned run average. 7th start for the right-hander. Line to center. Marte coming in to make the running catch. Through 3, it's 5-0 Pirates. Padres, and Andy Green just got tossed here in between innings. I'm not exactly sure what took place. We looked down and he was out there arguing with Angel Hernandez, and I am guessing has to do with the earlier balk call. There didn't appear to be a balk at all.
It might be, and it's frustrating.
I can't think of anything that would have happened in the last inning. Can you?
I can't think of anything either. Maybe it's been festering. Maybe there's been jabbering back and forth. Who knows? I don't know what the dialogue or what type of dialogue was bantered back and forth, but gosh, it just seems like it's, you know what I want to say, but I don't want to say it.
It's a fly ball off the bat of Jordy Mercer to center field, carrying very well, and leaping out there is Margot. He won't be able to catch it. It's out of here. Jordy Mercer's 5th home run of the year, and the Pirates up their lead to 6-0. Leadoff home run by Mercer. Got carried very well. Margot started back like he was going to have lots of room, and then all of a sudden he was back at the wall and it was gone.
Had that sound. Great extension by Mercer. And with the way that Manuel was eyeing that, I thought he may have had a chance to maybe jump, but it was well out of his reach.
And Joe Musgrove now batting and joining us here for the middle innings. It's great to see Mark Sweeney. I almost forgot your name. We've been gone so long.
Welcome back.
It's unbelievable.
Should we do a proper introduction?
Probably. I'm Don.
Hi, Don. Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I'm Mark.
Mark.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Now, we won't be here long, so.
By the way, it's not a balk.
No, huh?
It wasn't.
How come there's always controversy?
Angel Hernandez brings that on, in my opinion. He's one of those guys that has a reputation as an umpire that'll frustrate you. Sometimes I think a lot of people think it's all about Angel Hernandez at times, and that's what, as a player, you heard that from veteran guys. Like, hey, don't say anything to Angel Hernandez. Don't get on his bad side. That's a reputation that you don't want to have in the game.
But you made the great point, Mark. That was not a balk.
I'm going to look at the balk call from earlier in the game.
I mean, no call from the first base umpire. He's got the best look at it. He's got the angle of the foot not crossing the plane of the rubber. He's got him staying within the 45-degree angle. Bill Miller has nothing but home plate umpire, and from that position, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, from Angel's perspective, he's saying he's coming to the plate. I'm thinking, and you could see his momentum going towards first base. So that direction wasn't coming to home plate. I just didn't see it. And obviously it's the frustrating part. When you come home, 2-5 record on the road, you're coming home, you expect to have that good start. And it set a tone to this game.
On the ground and just foul outside of third. Jumping out of the way first was Alan Porter down there, but then he made the call and appeared to be correct. Starling Marte has flied out to center, singled to center, and came around to score the second Pirates run.
The other thing I don't understand, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the emotion of the game is we're starting to lose that. And not hearing that you can't argue a balk call. Well, get an explanation. I don't mind having the emotion part of the game and the manager going out there.
To left, and Myers makes the catch out there for the first down. This was in between innings on the right side of your screen, and did not see Andy come out, to be honest with you. I just looked down, and that's when I started to notice. Yep. Yeah, it was obviously very late in the conversation here. Bill Miller, the crew chief, coming down to assist. Ground ball down the third baseline. Villanueva hops up, goes to second base, and out there. Able to get Musgrove at second base from deep third. Villanueva picks it on the backhand. And the force out is out number 2 of the inning.
That's a tremendous play. Hard slide into second base. Remember Joe Musgrove against the Cubs. Remember he slid into, was it Baez at second base? And there was a little bit jabbering going on back and forth there. Because I think the game prior, somebody was here. It was the Anthony Rizzo slide into home plate.
That's right.
Against the Pirates in Pittsburgh.
2 down, Bell at first base, and it brings up Josh Harrison. Harrison 2 for 2. A single to center, a single to right. He joins Josh Bell and Gregory Polanco. Each have 2 hits already tonight. Pirates are out hitting the Padres 9-2. Pitch 80 for Lauer.
Mark, you made a point I want to elaborate on regarding the umpires and explanations. This has been brought up before, and it's not my idea. But I believe the umpires should be mic'd like the NFL refs and address the crowd when something happens, why they made the certain call they did.
I agree with that.
Don't keep us guessing, because there's many times we go an inning and a half where we don't get an explanation on something.
Especially on the reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, in the challenging. Fly ball jolted out towards deep right center field. Jankowski on the move. We'll get there. Ends the inning as the Pirates add a run on top 6-0. Arco, how about getting 2 foul balls in one game? This gentleman on the ricochet of the first one able to pick it off the ground. Now he's got 1. 2 pitches later, he'll catch the next one, but he's got 2 baseballs. Now getting 1 in a major league game is pretty good. Getting 2, that's a whole nother thing altogether. And saluted there by the fans after making that grab. And standing by is Annie Halbrin. Annie?
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Ryan. He caught both foul balls. He gave 1 away to a kid because he's a nice gentleman like that. But, dude, we should go play the lotto. Like, what's going through your mind when you catch 2 in one game?
Yeah, I mean, it's never happened before. First one, just trying not to look silly. And then second one, I learned better from the first one, so we were good.
Said you've been to hundreds of baseball games. Have you ever caught a foul ball before?
That's the first, closest I've ever been to. So, yeah, a little adrenaline rush, but it was fun.
All right, and you said you've also played baseball in your past, right? And you're here for a fitness convention, so maybe go back to that, athletic background. Maybe this is your next career move.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I played a little baseball at Long Beach, so I've caught a few fly balls in my day, and let's go baseball.
Let's go baseball all day.
We're going to go with some baseball. What are you going to do with the ball? You going to good luck it? You going to take it with you somewhere?
Yeah, we might give it to my little nephew at home. So he loves baseball, so would be good.
All right, I love it. Congratulations, Don Mudd. This guy can't go 5 seconds without someone coming over and congratulating him. So, he's big time now.
Yeah, he is.
Thanks.
Thanks, Annie.
Thanks very much, Ryan.
Appreciate it. Nice job.
Instant smile when you get a foul ball.
I'm just glad he gave one of them to a kid because he'd get roasted if he didn't.
Keep them both. One down here in the 4th inning. It brings up Christian Villanueva. Popped out to the second baseman in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1.
Mark, we were talking to Randy Jones regarding the fantasy camp.
Yeah,
He's fired up for that.
I am. I can't wait.
Have you done fantasy camp before?
I did a little bit with the Giants. You said about the Giants. I went over there for a day, and it was a blast. I mean, just to see the guys and how excited they are to put the uni on. Listen, they fire the eye black on left and right, don't they? And you're a big eye black fan.
I love eye black.
So do I.
It's awesome.
I don't like the patches.
No.
No.
No, that's like fake eye black. I need the stuff. Center field, and Marte coming in for out number 2. So are you going to go every day this time? Or
I don't know.
He's locked in. You're from start to
I was
finish.
on the list. And
I saw that.
I'm offered.
Yeah, you're on the list.
It was one of those things that RJ came by and said, "Hey, we're doing a fantasy camp. Would you be interested?" Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'm on there.
You're on the list.
Yeah, I'm on there.
You're
That's
going.
That was it. There it is.
Well,
you're going, right?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Are you in? I
As
heard
of
you were
right
going to be
now,
the judge.
No, they're trying to get me to be the judge. That's what the
Kangaroo
offer is.
Court's so much fun.
Yeah. So I don't know. I may go judge.
I like that.
As long as I don't have to put the uni on, I should be okay. I mean, that's when things get a little rough. You saw softball. Didn't go very well.
You could do some bronzing, too.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Phoenix or Peoria.
You're always talking about taking sliders down and away and flipping it the other way. I want to see it firsthand.
You know what's going to happen, right?
Oh, I know.
You
I know
what's
exactly
happen.
what's going to happen.
That's
going to
be that, and we're going to get a camera.
That's going to happen. Because I'm going to get hurt.
When you were off and I was filling in for you, he was really nervous about you throwing to him.
Really?
Yeah, very nervous.
I don't want that.
Because he knows he's taking one of the chicklets.
Because you're still pretty strong.
I would never do that.
And I think you could throw probably pretty hard.
Oh, he could
I
throw
just
hard.
want to get in that head of his.
Yeah. And it's
Hit
accurate.
my head or?
No, I want to get in there so I can go down and
You're
away.
taking one right in the ribs.
In the ribs. In the side of the boiler.
He's saying he's not going to do it now, but
Oh,
I guarantee
no
the
question.
adrenaline starts.
He had a chance he would do it 10 out of 10 times. In the order to left field and over is Freeze to make the catch and ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning. It's 6-0 Pirates. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac, visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Hyundai. A great deal, more than a great deal on new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. I play on here to the 5th inning, and David Freeze leading it off here for the Pirates. Down to third base, and Christian Villanueva across the diamond for out number 1. David Freeze retired, 1 away. And tomorrow night we're going to be on the move. We're leaving the friendly confines of this booth and heading out to right center field.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait for you to have some banter with the outfielders.
Perch Beach is where we are headed tomorrow night.
Right there.
That's where we were last year. Now we don't share seats. That's one thing that we're not going to do.
That'd be really cute.
Yeah, I think we're going to have our own Adirondacks.
Are you sure?
We can share.
hope
We can
so.
share a seat. I'll bring the blanket.
I think we have our own seats, don't we? I think we did last year.
How about the apple juice? You guys gonna have apple juice?
That would be nice.
Martinelli's, sure.
Martinelli's sparkling cider.
It's a great place to watch the game, so we're looking forward to doing that tomorrow night. And having a conversation with Travis Jankowski, Manuel Margot.
Oh, you think those guys are going to get yelled at?
Absolutely. Last year we helped out Manny catch a fly ball.
Oh, I'm going to be all over those guys.
You got to make sure you give them all the outs.
Yeah.
2 out. They like to communicate out there.
I hope Travis is out there. Manuel was great.
Yes.
I hope Travis is out there.
We were pointing where the ball was. Remember, he was running back towards. The ball was going into right center.
Yes.
We were yelling at him.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Are you going to yell at Will if he's in left tomorrow?
We could.
He won't even know we're out there.
No.
He's concentrating on the game. He's like, you know what, seriously, it's like, remember Hunter was in right field last year?
Yes.
And I was trying to get his attention. And he kind of glanced, right? And he's thinking to himself, who are those clowns?
It's like, save it, Mud.
Center field and Margot going back. You'll have room. Backpedaling onto the edge of the track for out number 2. So look forward to that tomorrow night.
What are you guys doing on your next road trip?
Next road trip, we're going back to Oakland again. We were just in San Francisco. We're staying there again, leaving Sunday, and then we'll play the Oakland A's for a couple, then go to Arizona.
Mark, have you ever experienced anything like this?
I have not. And I heard RJ talking about it too. I have not seen this type of schedule. Usually you come back, you know, after 3 straight road trips, you come back and you have that week homestand that almost sets it to be okay. But you identify those tough parts of your schedule, and this is definitely one of them.
I'm not sure how it happened. I mean, the way that it worked out to come home for 2, go back out, come home for 3, go back out.
You got to definitely question that process.
Isn't that great analysis? You just made a point. I go,
I love
Some
how
of your
you,
finest work.
Whenever I do that, Don just kind of points at me and like shakes his head. That's great.
Corey Dickerson batting here with 2 down, bases empty. Lauer has thrown 90 pitches. We'll go over towards left center, and this one foul down the left field line. Myers headed over, but it's headed towards the seats and out of play.
now, do you prep differently when you're out in right center?
I do. I'll tell you something. Last year, Mud really helped me out a lot. He brought a clipboard, which I didn't plan. We don't have anything to write on out there. So I was not prepared. Mud came totally prepared and gave me a clipboard. And I'm going to bring it tomorrow night. I still have it.
I actually told Don, I said, maybe you should bring a clipboard. He goes, no, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
I wasn't okay.
I was thinking ahead and I brought him a clipboard. It was a veteran move.
What a part.
It was a team guy move. Spangenberg will make the catch, a 1-2-3 inning halfway through, 6-0 Pittsburgh. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's time now for the Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Name the Pittsburgh Pirate who won 2 NL batting titles in the 1980s. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
My first guess was Bill Madlock.
Pretty good guess.
It's a really good guess.
I know he won one with the Cubs, but I don't know if he won 2 with the Pirates.
The answer for you a little bit later. As leading it off for San Diego is Austin Hedges. Matt Caesar has come out on deck. He would pitch in the pitcher spot, Eric Lauer. Two strikeouts for Musgrove. Caesar waits on deck. Musgrove had a 1-2-3 4th inning. During Spangenberg being away and Galvis. On the ground to short and Jordy Mercer. One down here in the 5th inning. Well, the trade deadline will be here before you know it as we get towards July 1st here over the weekend, and some of the guys who could be potentially available trade candidates, and there'll certainly be a long list of people looking for starting pitchers, especially.
Strong rotation obviously is key. I look at pitching and bullpens and benches that win you championships. The only question about these 5 principles here: what teams are willing to give up prospects in order to get those guys to go take them to the promised land? Now, I know there are teams out there that, let's for instance, the Indians. They're a pretty good team. Probably make a couple moves to make them a little better. Yes. Why? Because you know what? They've been close before, and they might not ever get a chance again to get in that position. And that's one question that I think a lot of front offices ask. Hey, guys, are we as close as we're ever going to get? Because if we are, we better make those moves.
Now's the time.
Now's the time to give up that prospect.
You know what, guys? There's not a lot of dominant teams out there, but there's also some favorites. And if they're going to go out and make a difference, Jacob deGrom, in my opinion, is that guy on that list. I think Jay Happ's going to be gone from Toronto, but I also think Zach Britton's going to leave there. So there's some compliments. I think it is a lot to do with the relievers, but if you're going to make a difference, I think Jacob deGrom is that guy if you're going to overpay for somebody. Because starting pitching, as you see, is going to have to match up with Houston. And Houston's the World Series championship. These are the guys that you gotta worry about, I think. And Houston Astro has that starting rotation.
We just saw Cole Hamels on the last road trip pitch for the Rangers. He's got a no trade clause in there that he could waive. That'll be an interesting part of it too.
A guy with experience, a guy who's won a world championship. Sure, he's longer in the tooth, but still, you mean to tell me Cole Hamels on a team that's in contention can't help them?
Freese has got to hurry, and his throw will be late. Infield hit for Jankowski. Second time he has been aboard in this game. And walked in the 3rd. Now the infield hit here in the 5th.
And you got to really marvel how Travis gets out of the batter's box. You can see that first step. He gains so much momentum, and then that speed. And right around that bag, gets that front foot down quickly at the front part of the bag.
Well, that's a nice play by Freese, huh? Barehanded.
Only shot he had, really. And didn't get him. So Jankowski aboard with 2 down to bring up Manuel Margot. Margot has grounded out to 3rd, flied out to center. To right field. Blanco had started back, now comes in and makes the catch. That ends the inning. We played 5 tonight from Petco Park. It's 6-0 Pirates. controversial balk call early in the game. Eric Lauer charged with the balk. Called by the home plate umpire, Angel Hernandez. Then it is Josh Bell who drives in a run in the 3rd inning, the second Pirates run. Glove to glove there, error charged, and a run scores as part of a 4-run 3rd inning. Andy Green ejected from this game. For the Pirates, adding on with another run, Jordy Mercer with a home run in the 4th inning, his 5th of the year. And Pirates enjoy a 6-0 advantage here into the 6th inning. Kazuhisa Makita into the game now for the Padres.
Well, a different angle, different look for these Pirate hitters. Well, the Padres not getting a lot of offense tonight. Keep them at 6. Oh, no, not again.
I think they may have lost a beverage down there.
That's water resistant jacket, so it's really no big deal.
Yeah, it's another apple juice.
Get ready for the splash. Oh!
Look like a dunk tank.
Time call as Angel Hernandez gives a late call. Splash zone.
Got to wear ponchos down there. It's like a Gallagher concert.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Gregory Polanco. First strikeout for Makita, 1 down here in the 6th inning. It's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Tonight's question: you name the Pittsburgh Pirate who won 2 NL batting titles in the 1980s. And the answer is Bill Madlock.
Nice.
You got it right.
The Mad Dog, number 5, yeah.
341 average in 81, 323 in 83.
That guy could hit, obviously, winning a batting title. I say that kind of. He was one of my favorite players growing up because he played for the Cubs a little bit too in his career. That stance of his. Played a good third base. How's that? That's great. That's awesome.
Just giving you that.
1-1. In there for a strike to Jordy Mercer. Opposite field and in for a hit. Jordy Mercer getting his 2nd hit of the game, a 1-out single. Now coming up in the middle of the 7th inning, stay tuned for the Arco game break with Bob Scanlon and Mark Sweeney.
Yeah, I'm running out of here.
You're going to be on the move here, I guess, huh?
On the move.
I look forward to that coming up. 1 down, 1 on. And Joe Musgrove standing in. 1 for 2 tonight, singled in the 4th inning. Drops the bunt down. Makita will go to first base where Spangenberg covers. Sacrifice complete as Mercer takes 2nd base. Makita has 2 down with Mercer at 2nd, top of the order. Starling Marte coming up. Lauer, the starter tonight for the Padres, went 5 innings. We have 9 hits, 6 runs. 3 of the 6 were earned runs. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 3. .61 miles an hour and in there for a strike.
And that'll lock you up. Just not used to that.
Remember hitting against anybody like that, Mark? Anybody come to mind?
Mike Myers,
Yeah.
the left-hander.
Left-handed specialist in the end.
Hey, you're not used to this velocity.
Below the hitting speed, huh?
And it's He's looking at the dugout. Looks at the dugout. He's like, that wasn't on the scouting report. Yes, it was.
strike here to Marte with 2 down, and Mercer at second base. Pirates on top 6-0. Popped up, foul ground. Hosmer headed over, but he won't have a play. I think Annie had a better chance here of making that catch.
Come on, Annie.
Hosmer.
Got to have that.
That was really, really, really bad on my part. Like, that was embarrassingly bad. Don't put me in the top. Put me in the bloopers, not the top plays. Guys, I'm more afraid of the bounce. You know,
Yeah,
once it hits, it's the ricochet.
You got to watch your chicklets, Annie.
Check swinging the ball up. 2-2. Two pitch to Marte. Foul back to the screen.
He got in his kitchen right there. This is in La Cocina. It's on contact. Oh, that's down. See the two shaded bat, like down in the light part there, down by the handle.
The 61 mile an hour has set that baby up.
2-2 again. And a swing and a miss. Makita strikes out Marte. Ends the top of the 6th inning. 6-0 Pirates. Four heroes. And tonight we recognize Rabbit Moranville. Missed most of the 1918 season serving in the U.S. Navy as a gunner aboard the USS Pennsylvania. 23 years in the majors with 5 different teams, including the Pirates, 1921 through 1924. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1954.
Boy, that amazes me every time I hear. And the first gentleman that comes to mind, of course, is the late, great Jerry Coleman. And all the guys who went into the military during the prime of their career.
Yeah.
Willie Mays.
Ted
Williams. Jerry. Rabbit Moranville, who we just talked about. Bob Feller.
Freeze spins and fires to first. Throws high. And reaching at first base should be Eric Hosmer to begin things here in the 6th inning. He's had a few of those choppers that stay in the air forever. Jankowski raked down a base hit. This time Freeze tried to hurry it and overthrew it.
Yeah, on the spin, just kind of airmails it a little bit.
It's a base hit. Second hit of the night for Hosmer. So lead off infield hit, and it'll bring up Will Myers.
I remember hearing stories about Jerry Coleman. I guess you had to be 18 to sign up for military service. He tried to sneak in at 17 because he wanted to join. Then he got turned down. He had to wait till his 18th birthday. How about that?
That's amazing. I had the chance to meet him a couple times over the years. What a wonderful man.
Oh, miss him dearly.
Will Myers 1 for 2 in the game tonight. A single, stolen base back in the second inning. Remember, the first time I met him was at Qualcomm.
Yeah.
He came in there in the early 2000s. I want to say 02.
I think you're right.
One pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
He didn't hit a lot of home runs in his career, and I would call him like during the offseason, leave a message. He would call me back on the voicemail. He'd go, Mark, this is Long Ball Coleman returning your call. He's great. Then
Strike 3 call as Myers strikes out. Let's time out for our Jerome's best seats in the house. And they are the best seats in the house. A lot of people think we have the best seats in the house. That's not the case. Those right there are the best seats in the house.
Look at that. Feet are up, enjoying a big league ball game. Got a social sparkler. We got some grub.
Great view.
Oh, it's the best.
One out, one
hence
on.
the name. Best seats in the house.
Exactly. Chopped and by the dive of the first baseman Bell into right field. Hosmer stops at second, and Spangenberg has his first hit of the night. So 2 on with 1 away for the Padres here in the 6th inning.
Just a little chopper to the right side, fighting it off. Boy, he got in on him. And a nice job by Josh Bell trying to, after holding on the runner, diving to his right, but can't come up with it. Got tangled up there. That's a good way to mess up your wrist or elbow or even your shoulder.
2 on, 1 away, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Villanueva has popped out to second, flied out to center. High drive to left, down the line. Will it stay fair? It is headed foul. Good poke down there, but a foul ball for Villanueva. Out ahead.
It's a curveball out in front of it just a little bit.
Hanger.
Yes, it was. Just a little bit too quick on it.
Oh, 1. And it's lined off the glove of Freese at third base. Covering his Musgrove at third on a force out. But the pitcher for getting over there, he saw it was going down, and Musgrove took off for third base. As Freese could not make the catch on the line, went off his glove, but covers to get the force out at Hosmer.
Heads up play by Joe Musgrove. The shortstop, Jordy Mercer, he was on his way, but he's playing so far back. And for Joe, you know, the runner's got a hold on the line drive. As Eric Hosmer actually going back to the bag, he realizes that the ball is not caught. And then Freese recognizes him being the force play on the run, fires the strike for the 5-1 put out at third base.
2 on, 2 down, and Freddie Galvis coming up. He's walked and flied out to left. Lifts it foul off to the left, out of play.
That just goes to show you, Don, as a pitcher, once that ball leaves your hand, you become a fielder. You could have a chance to be some big time help on the infield where needed. It was a perfect example for Joe Musgrove.
They did a great job of recognizing that and reacting pretty quickly. Foul tipped 0-2. Next pitch will be the 75th of the night for the right-hander. Most pitches thrown in an outing for Musgrove is 88. That marks his 7th start. Fouled off down the right field line. Still 0-2 to Galvis.
That was the cut fastball at 88. Trying to get in the hands.
Robert Stock up in the pen for the Padres. So 5 innings from Lauer, an inning from Makita. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out to end the 6th inning. Head to the 7th with the Pirates on top 6-0.
Hey, check out the Kaboo Discovery Tour pregame concert tomorrow right here at Petco Park. The lineup includes Ray Gorin, Trish's, and Vinyl Soul. Concert ticket packages start at $16 and include game ticket at padres.com/Kaboo.
That's on to the 7th inning. Leading it off is Josh Bell. Josh Harrison and David Freese scheduled to bat in the inning. Or Makita back out there to start the 7th. And 2 strikeouts in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Foul tip for strike 3. Well, tomorrow night is the Trevor Hoffman bobblehead giveaway. That's what it looks like. I'll get yours tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think these right here, these little bristles are.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I think that's, it's like from the.
I guess they light up.
Yeah, when the like in the outfield when, oh, there it is. Look at that. Lights up. You need a little help there?
Yeah, mine's not lighting up.
Here, you got to pull this little tab right here.
Yeah, I know I did that.
No,
I did do the tab.
Then you turn it on.
Ah. I didn't notice that. I never would have figured it out. What's with the tab? I never saw the tab. That's cool. Nice.
Is it lighting up? Can people see that?
Someone fouled off by Josh Harrison here, and down he goes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This lights.
Makes a great gift.
It does. Tomorrow night, right here, Petco Park, game 2 of the series. Popped up, foul off first base. Hosmer has room, and he makes the catch. 2 down here in the 7th inning. So key to getting some outs here since coming in. Bobblehead is the 500th save. Trevor Hoffman, commemorative 500th save bobblehead.
Yeah, first reliever in Major League Baseball history to record 500 saves. Of course, Mariano Rivera being number 1. Trevor Hoffman, number 2.
Grab your tickets at Padres.com. And again, tomorrow night is a 7:10 Saturday start. Fouled off to the right, into the seats.
They even got Trevor's blue eyes. Did you see that?
I see that. That's awesome. Well done. To right center field. Margot on the run. We'll get there. A nice running catch by Manuel Margot. It's a 1-2-3-7, 7th inning stretch. 6-0 Pirates. It's time now for our Arco game break with Bob Scanlon and Mark Sweeney. Baseball brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the buy two, get two. By Honda, great deals are waiting for you now at your local Honda dealer. And by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. 6-0, the Pirates have the lead over the Padres. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Time down for the San Diego fans of the game. Padres baseball from Petco Park in San Diego.
No, you can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Leading it off is Austin Hedges here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 for 2 in the game, has struck out and grounded out. Renfro has come out on deck. He would pinch hit in the spot that Makita was holding. Line to left and in for a base hit for Austin Hedges.
Well, we mentioned it many times before. When there are games like this, You cannot give away at-bats. That's where the concentration comes into play. Here's a hanging slider from Joe Musgrove, and Austin Hedges is right on it. Sometimes that's right at the shortstop. Sometimes you get your big league knock over his head. Austin Hedges needed that.
So lead runner on here for the Padres in the bottom of the 7th inning. And here is Hunter Renfroe to pinch hit.
You know what I often think about, Don? This great game of baseball when it was invented back in the day. Abner Doubleday, whoever it was. But a hitter stood up at home plate and they looked out and they said, wait a second. The objective here is I have to hit a ball cleanly by 4 guys on the infield, 5 really, the pitcher, and then try to dump something in the outfield with 3 guys out there? That seems like it'd be hard to do. Seems like an unfair advantage as we see the shift here.
Even harder with the shift. Harrison, the second baseman, moving to the left side of the infield.
Just goes to show you, you're a career 300 hitter. Chances are you're going to maybe have a plaque in Cooperstown. Failing 7 out of 10 times.
On the ground and through that shift on the left side. Base hit as Hedges heads for third base on the single by Hunter Renfroe. It's 1st and 3rd with nobody out here in the 7th.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
1st and 3rd, and we get a visit to the mound here for the Pirates. Searage headed out there, the pitching coach. Action in the pen, Edgar Santana and Stephen Brault up in the pen. Travis Jankowski coming up. Well, Hunter Renfroe is a pinch hitter now, 5 for 9. Gets himself another hit.
Doing well in the pinch.
First and 3rd, nobody out. Jankowski been on twice tonight. After grounding out to short in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd, hit base hit in the infield to 3rd base in the 5th inning. Grounded foul outside of 1st.
Is exactly what the Padres need. Multiple base runners, extra base hit possibly, and speed of Jankowski. Now the 4th time around against Joe Musgrove.
Up and away, 2-1. The breakdown from Musgrove, 61 strikes of the 85 pitches he's thrown tonight. Pretty high ratio of strikes. Popped up left side of the infield. Jordy Mercer for out number 1.
Well, we've seen a lot of pitches from Joe Musgrove avoiding the sweet spot of the bat of the Padre hitters. He throws the cut fastball, he throws the fastball at 95, he throws the curveball and a slider, but Here with the fastball at 95, just cannot catch up with it. Maybe a little late, you pop it up. That one's got a little cut to it at 92, inducing the ground ball. He's got the straight fastball about 95, 96, and that cutter we've seen at about 92, 93.
The Padres have struggled with men and runners in scoring position in tonight's game. They are 0 for 6 runners in scoring position. 2 on, 1 away. Manuel Margot, the batter. Margot 0 for 3. He's grounded out to third, flied out to center, and flied out to right. The out distribution in this game from Musgrove. To third base. Friese trying to start it to second for 1. On to first. That's 2. Double play ends what appeared to be a promising inning for the Padres. 6-0 Pirates.
Swings, it wasn't too pretty for the Red Sox tonight.
No, it wasn't. It had all to do with home runs. 21st home run for Aaron Judge. Also, Greg Bird had 2 home runs, backing CC Sabathia tonight, who threw 7 strong innings for the Yankees win the first game of the series.
And the Yankees and Red Sox now tied in that AL East. When we come back, we're going to hear from Andy Green about his ejection tonight. We'll break down what happened, and we'll tell you more about tomorrow's matchup on Padres postgame, brought to you by Cox. Guys.
All right, thanks very much, Scan. And Mark Sweeney is into the game is Robert Stock.
Hard thrown right-hander. Had a nice interview with Robert on the road recently, talking about his great story, making it to the big leagues. 97, 98, he's touched 100 miles an hour on that fastball, and he even said himself that, you know, I got to learn how to hit my spots, refine my location, and this season in the minors. Oh, look out.
There's a breaking ball that gets Diaz. So down to first he goes. Hit batter to begin things here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, you can see the spin out of the hand. He just didn't get out front, and that's got to hurt. That is directly on the outside of the left elbow. It might be a glancing blow, but that hurts.
Here for the Pirates in the 8th inning. Comes Corey Dickerson, 0 for 3 in the game tonight. He's lined out to left, struck out swinging, and popped out to second base.
Did you ever get one in the elbow like that?
Yes. Yeah. Ground ball foul outside first. He got me in the elbow last year. You don't remember that? It's right here. I actually have a picture of it.
Really?
Yes. It's right here.
Well,
and Swing Dog was right between us.
Where was it?
It was here.
Well, that's different because he got hit here.
It was pretty close, elbow, don't you think? Maybe. Actually, I think it was this year you got me in the elbow.
Really?
Yeah. They all start to morph together, you know. Stock to first for the out with Hosmer covering.
The San Diego Padres announced the expansion of Friar Family Days. Now all Sunday through Thursday Padres home games are Friar Family Days, and tickets include a hot dog, soda, and family experience. Only $15 for kids and $20 for adults. Get tickets and more info at padres.com/FriarFamily.
One down runner at second, and it brings up Gregory Polanco. 2 for 3 in the game. Bats here with Diaz at second base. Pirates tonight 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Stock takes over for Makita. Makita pitched the 6th and 7th innings. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 3. No shift on the right side here on Polanco, but they are playing him deeply. Spangenberg on the short lawn in right field.
You know, as I look at this, you know why I think they might play him that way? And maybe it's because, you know, Robert Stock just goes back to what I was talking about, not really consistent with hitting his spots with his fastball. So you never know where he might just hit that baseball. That was something he mentioned in the interview.
Ball 3, missing at 97 miles an hour. Jordy Mercer waiting on deck here for the Pirates. They bat in the 8th. Diaz at second base, 1 down here in the 8th. Full count now. Stock made his major league debut Sunday at San Francisco. Scoreless 10th inning. 28-year-old from Bellevue, Washington. Parts of 6 seasons in the minor leagues before getting to the majors. Time this year at AA San Antonio, AAA El Paso. That is strike 3 over the outside corner. Gets Polanco 2 down.
Catch baseball's biggest stars for an unforgettable show from the nation's capital. That's Washington, D.C. The MLB All-Star Game, July 17th, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app.
2 down Diaz at second base, and there's strike 1 to Jordy Mercer. Colin Moran has come out on deck for the Pirates. He'll pinch hit in the spot of the starting pitcher, Joe Musgrove. 7 shutout innings. 88 pitches.
Not a lot of traffic on those base paths for San Diego. Had a chance in the second inning, left 2 on base. Got a chance in the third, they left a couple on base. And then again in the 6th.
They had first and second, nobody out.
Yeah,
first and third, nobody out in the 7th, and could not score. Go grounded into the inning ending double play in the 7th inning. 2-2 to Jordy Mercer. And a swing and a miss. Stock strikes him out. Went to the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 6-0 Pirates.
I think that just the idea of like getting to pitch in a stadium where you grew up and you watched the games, you know, and you went to the games and you watched all your favorite players playing, just to have that experience of going back there and pitching there, it's just a little bit different. It's going to be a weirdly loud applause in San Diego when Joe goes in, when Trevor goes in, you know, if I go in, it'll be like you know, all of us. There'll be one group where you hear, you know, in the stadium where it's like yeah, and that'll be our family and our friends, and that's just really cool.
And that was Grossmont High alum Stephen Brault, now a reliever for the Pirates, and it's so cool. He actually went to school with Joe Musgrove. They went to Grossmont High together, and now they're on the same team pitching together, which is kind of remarkable when you think about it. But I had a chance to talk to him earlier today. He said that he's got a lot of family and friends coming over the next few days, and that they used to come to Padres games, and he and his family had season tickets right there in the outfield. They'd sit right behind left center field and watch games. So all of this is really coming full circle for him, Don and Mud. It's pretty cool.
Got to be very cool for his parents, too, looking on as he pitches here to Eric Hosmer. This one fouled back.
And, of course, Mom's got to be nervous.
Oh, yeah.
It just goes with the ever since watching him in Little League. Look at Dad's crossing the arms, kind of trying to be cool, adjusting the cap. Deep breath. That's great. And it's always the case, the parents, the family members are always more nervous than the player, right?
Absolutely. And he falls behind here 2-1. Left side, and Jordy Mercer's long throw is not going to get there in time. Nice play by Mercer to get there, but it's going to be very tough to get Hosmer. Third hit of the night for Eric Hosmer.
That was a very nice play. Jordy Mercer getting this baseball, but then again, the long throw. You know, if you ever get a chance to walk on a major league field, even a high school field, because the dimensions are the same, go to deep short and then look over to first base. I mean, when you get a hop and a skip and a jump to try to make the throw, it's a long throw.
Lead runner on for the Padres. The third straight inning. Pirates will foul it back to the screen. Will with a single in the second, stole a base. Lined out in the third before striking out looking in the sixth inning. Line to center and a base hit for Myers. His second hit of the night. Hosmer will take second base. First two have reached here in the 8th.
Well, this stage of the game, with the way the score is, looking for something over the heart of the plate, put a good swing on it. You know, a home run would be nice, but that's a nice, easy swing on the little spinner from Brault. That's the Will Myers swing we know and love.
The Saric pitching coach headed out there again. His first visit to Stephen Brault here with nobody out in the 8th. Corey Spangenberg coming up. Mound visits remaining.
Well, we have a second. This copyright telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 on, nobody out. Action in the pen. Kyle Crick is up for the Pirates. Spangenberg has a sacrifice bunt, a ground out, and a single as he fouls one off down by the shoe tops. Center fielder is Starling Marte over towards left center, gap out there in right center. Nobody out here in the 8th. Promising start here to the bottom of the 8th inning. That is strike 2.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this could be a great trivia question. When you talk about Joe Musgrove and Stephen Brault, high school teammates, and they pitched back-to-back in one game, in the same game. Brault has picked up Joe Musgrove in relief in this game.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that one, Diaz couldn't find. The runners will move along. Hosmer to third, Myers to second.
I think this was a catchable ball from Diaz. Let's see if this ball hits the dirt first. Did he? You know, it almost looked like he was anticipating something to break because the ball went to his right and he was moving to the left. I think he got crossed up maybe, huh?
Wild pitch charge to Brault, and out there goes Diaz.
Yeah, because he was moving to his left and that ball stayed on the right side of his glove. He was moving as if anticipating a breaking ball to his left. Okay, watch the action of Diaz, right? Ball thrown, he's going to his right and it stays straight. To his left, rather. Ball stayed right.
Second and third.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He got crossed up.
Spangenberg waiting on a 1-2. Diaz able to block that. 2-2.
Well, Stephen Brault is a multi-talented individual. We know he's a great athlete, obviously pitching at the big league level. He sang the national anthem in Pittsburgh.
On the ground up the middle. Mercer's got it. He slings it to first, and it's in time to get Spangenberg. Scoring from third is Hosmer, and the Padres are on the board. Let's see if they're going to challenge this play at first base. It's very close. Got him.
Yep.
Just got him. That's pretty impressive. But Hurdle's going to make a pitching change here. We had one out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Padres get on the board. It is now 6-1 Pittsburgh.
Round of 16 kicks off tomorrow with 2 huge matches on Fox. 2 huge matches, huge. First, Paul Pogba in France battle Messi in Argentina at 6 a.m. Pacific. Messi's a heck of a player. Then Uruguay faces off with Ronaldo. All these guys have first names. Ronaldo in Portugal. It's all tomorrow on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. Pogba's awesome. He can kick the ball really well. Messi can really maneuver. And Ronaldo, don't even get started with that guy.
Did you say he can kick the ball really well? I look forward to that promo every night.
Kyle Crick.
Yep, into the game.
His 31st game, picking up Steven Brault.
Christian Villanueva. Villanueva 0 for 3. He's popped out to second, flied out to center. Last time up, grounded into a fielder's choice. Myers at third base, one down, a run in. Padres getting on the board here in the 8th. Line to center, and that's going to get in for a base hit. From third comes Myers. And the Padres pick up their second run. It's 6-2 Pittsburgh. RBI single for Christian Villanueva.
Well, this late in the ball game, multiple base runners get on the board. Now the Padres are in slam range. So a clean single up the middle for Christian Villanueva, fighting that one off.
There is Freddie Galvis. Walked in the second, fly down in the fourth, struck out in the 6th inning. Jose Castillo up in the pen right now for the Padres. Already used Makita and Stock in relief of Lauer tonight. Austin Hedges waiting on deck. One out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ground ball foul outside the bag at first, and we'll do it again. 1-2. Elvis walked in the 2nd, flat out to left in the 4th before striking out swinging in the 6th inning. Runs that have scored charged to Stephen Brault. And there are 2 of them. Brault working a 3rd of an inning, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs. Not walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. Crick now working with a runner at first. 2-2. Both teams with 10 hits in this game.
Yeah, the difference for the Pirates, the slugging percentage, right? The extra base hits. A home run, a few doubles. Heavy traffic on the base paths tonight for the Pirates.
Chopped down the first baseline, foul. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, looks like I'm going to have to go to summer school. No cannonballs off Lauer. I was wrong on that one. Mercer, 4th inning home run, and make a fuss for Musgrove. 7 innings, 7 hits, no earned runs. Don?
You've had better nights.
Yeah. Horrible.
2-2. Swing and a miss, elevated. Galvis strikes out on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 down. Now tomorrow, game 2 of the 3-game series with the Pirates. We'll be with you from the Perch Beach out in right center field. Joey Lucchese will be on the mound. 3-3 matched up against Trevor Williams, 6-5. Lucchese with a 3.57 earned run average. Williams with a 4.03. Get you started at 6:30 with Padres Live. Tomorrow night, game 2. Joey Lucchese back on the mound for the Padres. First time in a long time at home. Austin Hedges bats with a runner at first and 2 down. And struck out, grounded out, and single. Musgrove 7 shutout innings in this game. Stephen Brault in a 3rd of an inning, charged with 2 runs. Kyle Crick working here in the 8th inning. Not a San Diego native. The first tonight, pitching wise, for the Pirates.
That's right. Where's he from? Crick.
Fort Worth, Texas. We were just there.
The Metroplex.
Yep. Well, it was a cool 102 on Wednesday evening. Fly ball foul down the right field line, out of play. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Padres.
Crick was such a good athlete in high school. He played on the infield. Usually your best athletes, you know, are at the corners or maybe a shortstop. He didn't start pitching until his senior year of high school.
Now pitching in the big leagues. 2-2. Renfro waiting on deck. Fly ball headed to shallow left. Freeze coming in. And the left fielder makes the catch for the final out of the inning. 6-2 Pirates.
Just keeping my dad's legacy alive, and the fact that, you know, we're helping the youth of San Diego. That's what my dad was all about.
Catch the rest of the excitement of the race and tune in as we bring you this summer's most memorable Padres moment on Padres POV tonight, right after Padres Live.
Jose Castillo into the game here in the top of the 9th inning. Pirates have a 6-2 lead.
A chance for Jose to throw up a scoreless frame. He has struck out 15 of 39 batters he's faced. Strikeouts per 9 inning ratio, 13.5 for the left-hander. Lefties almost no chance, 0.67. Righties at 200. He's held opponents scoreless in 8 of his first 10 outings to begin his major league career.
Jose Osuna gonna lead it off here. Pinch hitting, fouling it off to the right, out of play. Pinch hitting in the spot of the pitcher, Kyle Crick. Steele coming in for Robert Stock, who went an inning not giving up a hit or a run. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 2 and hit a batter. Turns on and fouls it off.
You excited for tomorrow? Out in the outfield?
Yeah.
Doing the game?
Yeah.
I am too.
A lot of fun last year.
I really enjoyed it last year. Those will be our seats tomorrow night. Different view.
Yeah, everything's a little backwards for us. It's challenging. Into left center field. Off the bat of Osuna, and he is headed for second base. A little bobble out there. Osuna's now thinking 3. Throw to third, and Osuna is safe. Villanueva kept the tag on him, and it looked like maybe his foot came off. We'll see.
Yeah, he makes contact with the bag, but then does he come off? Right there. And then his hand quickly, right? Does he keep the tag on Osuna, though? That's the thing. Keep it on him, keep it on him, keep it on him.
Padres are challenging.
Tough to tell.
That did actually come off there, the tag, for a bit.
You know what? Alan Porter, I think, did a great job of trying to get in the best position possible. There's a lot going on there. It happened so quickly, right? But he did a really good job of trying to position himself to see the whole play right in front of him. He is the calling umpire on the right, and then the crew chief on the left, Bill Miller, at first base tonight. Okay, watch when he loses contact right there.
He's got a tag there.
Yep.
Should be out. That's the best look we've had. Umpires have come to a decision. He's now out. Padres win the challenge.
That's why, and we say it all the time, that infielder should always keep that tag on the runner.
Put out to go 8 to 6 to 5. It is a double for Osuna, but run out 8 to 6 to 5. This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Starling Marte, 1 for 4 in the ball game, singled back in the 3rd inning. Fly ball down the right field line. Renfroe headed over towards the line, gets there for out number 2. 2 down in the 9th, and it brings up Josh Bell. Bell singled in the 1st inning, doubled in the 3rd. 2 for 4 night for the Pirates first baseman. And look out, going to straighten him up on a pitch in. Lauer, the starter tonight for the Padres, went 5 innings, giving up 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 were earned. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 3. Came in individually at 3 and 4 into tonight's outing. Heated 2 shutout innings, Stock a shutout inning, and Jose Castillo has 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. To first, Hosmer backing up, going to need help, and Castillo gets over to cover the bag. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 6-2 Pittsburgh. of the game, and pretty impressive for Joe Musgrove. 7 shutout innings.
He was on his game and a lot on his plate. Talked to him before the game. Andy Halvren was talking about the homecoming for Joe Musgrove and having to deal with family and friends, but didn't seem to bother him tonight. Through the cut fastball, through the slide of the curveball, and a little support as well. That goes a long way. A good outing, 7 solid, no runs, struck out 5.
Edgar Santana, the new pitcher now for the Pirates, their 4th of the night.
36th game for Santana. Pretty decent splits. Very few walks. This guy throws strikes.
Renfroe single. They pinch hit in the 7th inning. Stayed in the game as part of a double switch. Leads it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Pitcher spot is now first with Jankowski coming out, and on deck is Jose Perella to pinch hit. There's Perella batting for Jose Castillo here in the bottom of the 9th inning. On the ground down the line, third, a fair ball. Headed for the left field corner. Dickerson headed over to grab it. Having some trouble down there in the corner. Renfroe will pull it up. She rounded second base. Leadoff double to begin things here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Second hit tonight for Renfroe coming off the bench.
2-seam fastball, and he does a really nice job getting his hands in there and keeping that ball fair. He's been swinging the bat well. No use of trying to turn that into a triple. Down by 4. We'll take the double.
So runner at second, and here is Perella. .260 average, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in. Checking into his 83rd game of 84 games on the year for the Padres. On the ground, right to the second baseman, Harrison. Here's the first out of the 9th inning, as taking third is Renfroe. Perella retired, and it brings up Manuel Margot. Quiet night at the plate for Manning. 0 for 4 in the game. This time up, grounded into the 5-4-3 double play in the 7th inning.
Well, we've got viewers all over the country watching Padre baseball. Special shout out to John Wente. He's the head coach at Central Arizona Junior College. Ian Kinsler went there. Handful of big leaguers went through Central Arizona Junior College in Coolidge, Arizona.
Where is that?
Coolidge is like in between Tucson and Phoenix. Good baseball program there.
One to Margot, the runner at third. 2-1. Felipe Vasquez has started to warm up. The closer for the Pirates. Margot fights it off foul, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
In fact, Ian Kinsler went to Central before he went to Arizona State.
Hosmer waiting on deck. Margot bats now with one down, runner at third.
How about these guys coming out of Central Arizona? Josh Spence, left-hander for the Padres. Kinsler, Harden, Hairston, Pagnazzi, Wheeler, all went to Central.
Payoff pitch coming up. And a liner that's into left field. Coming from third is Renfro, and now it's 6-3. Padres pick up another run here in the ninth. And Will Margot with his first hit drives in a run.
Well, it's getting interesting. Anytime you get within 3, you get a couple base runners, and then you get the big blow. There's a hanging slider on the outer half of the plate. Great extension by Manuel Margot. That's a nice short quick swing to that pitch.
Oh, Derek Hosmer coming up. We're going to get a pitching change. Edgar Santana leaving. Vasquez, the closer, will be coming in. 6-3 Pirates. Making some noise here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Forcing the hand here of Clint Hurdle to go to the pen to get his closer as Felipe Vasquez comes in.
Well, Vasquez has been throwing the ball pretty darn well lately. 32 2/3 innings pitched. He's going for his 16th save right now. More strikeouts than innings pitched. There's a little bit of wildness in that arm. Padres need to bring that tying run to the plate.
Margot at first base with one out, a run in. Hosmer's already had a 3-hit night tonight and scored a run.
Oh.
Nice fastball velocity by a left-hander. Vasquez 97.2.
He's only given up one home run this year in those 32+ innings. Opponent's hitting 235. It's tough to catch up to.
Strike call. I don't think Hosmer thought that was a strike. 1-1. Foul back off to the left. For Vasquez in his last 3 outings against the Padres. Remember, back on May 20th, he gave up 3 earned runs, 4 hits. Didn't get anybody out. One of a series that saw the Padres take 3 out of 4 from the Pirates.
Well, it's a straight fastball. Sure, it's 98, 99, but it's pretty straight. Big question is, can you throw the breaking ball for a strike? If not, just eliminate it.
Hosmer fouls it off to the left. Next up here, 1-2. Even Hundo. Foul back, still 1-2. Battling here is Eric Hosmer against the closer for the Pirates. Get the tying run to the plate here in the 9th inning. Trailing 6-3. Picked up a run so far after Renfro doubled to begin the inning. Good score on the RBI single by Manuel Margot. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Hosmer strikes out. So there you go. He saw all those fastballs, and then he gets a breaking ball.
Yeah, that's
100 to 88.
Yeah, that's the equalizer there. 88 with a little wrinkle way out in front of it. You know, that is so hard to catch up to and recognize. Like you said, Don, you're throwing 100 miles an hour. Then you throw that little wrinkle on the outer half of the plate. That is tough to square up.
Margot at first with now 2 down in the 9th inning, and here's Will Myers. Myers takes strike 1. Will singled to right field in the 2nd inning, stole 2nd. Lined out to center in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 6th inning. Singled to center and scored in the 8th inning. So a 2-hit night tonight so far for Myers. First game that he's played at Petco Park since April 28th. Down 0-2.
Nice changeup. That arm action of his, serious whip action on the fastball, and then that changeup, it was the same arm action. And then late movement and good depth to that changeup. It's tough to hit.
And Myers strikes out to end the ball game. Well, a run for the Padres in the 9th inning, but they dropped the first game of the series 6-3 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. As we check in with Bob Scanlon, what's in store tonight on Padres Live, Bob?
Well, Don, we'll get Andy's reaction on the balk, also his subsequent ejection, and we get a preview of the newest POV. All that and more coming up next on Padres Postgame.